Hi, everybody. We're just waiting to reach quorum. We don't have quorum yet. Good evening, everyone. We're going to get started even though we don't have quorum. We won't be able to take any action or take any votes on any items, but we do have other items on the agenda like the public session, and we have some presentations, so we can still go ahead with that, but we cannot conduct any business without a quorum. So, could everyone please rise for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag Thank you. You can please be seated. Okay, so we're going to skip the public hearing because we can't do the public hearing. Can't take any action. And we're going to move on to our public portion. So Senator Chu is here. I know she'd like to come up and say hello.
Hello. Great. Evening, everybody. I'm State Senator Yuan Chu. Unfortunately, we didn't have the quorum. Maybe I will wait a couple more minutes. Maybe see. Hopefully, we'll be able to move it forward. So here's a hope. Here are a few things to update. 2 weeks ago, I just introduced a law, legislation, S9920. So back in June, in Sunset Park, but it could happen everywhere. That's why I want to bring this to your attention and to our Bensonhurst area. So back in June, 82 years old, a gentleman who is a long time Sunset Park great activist, good asset for the community, Ephraim Barreto, he was crossing the street and got hit by a moped. The driver has a long history. And that day, that driver was operating and with a suspended driver's license, uninsured, unregistered moped, and hit this 82 years old community activist. And 3 days after, unfortunately, Ephraim passed away. And his daughter, Vivian, actually, she was very, very strong. She went to 72 precinct and Committee Board 7 to share her story, what exactly happened, because of her braveness and strong. She let me realize our justice system, there's a loophole. Because this guy, the moped driver, basically the killer, he made a choice with suspended license, operated unregistered vehicle, and without insurance. He made all those decisions himself, however, cost a life. And unfortunately, our current systems can only charge with misdemeanor. It's a slap on the wrist. So it's really unbelievable. I'm fixing it. So I introduced this law as 9920 to make sure we close this loophole. For a case like this, This kind of driver need to face the real consequence. So with my law, it will change to a felony. At least some justice is there. At least when our law enforcement, when our DA office, they're putting the charges, we have the tool for the DA office, for the police officers to do the right thing. So I'm trying to be a strong partner with our justice systems. If I have any case like this, we're doing the prevention here. We need to make sure those consequences they will face, those irresponsible individuals, they will face their consequence when they are doing those personal choices and ignorance and cause a family a tragedy. So that's the update. And when 2 weeks ago, when I had this press conference, I had it in the same location, and Vivian, the family, they were there to support as well. So just want to give a quick update. And over here, there are 3, 4 flyers over here because here, one thing. Over here, October 20th, I was very proud and very happy to bring junior Knicks to come to our community. So they will put a basketball clinic for free for age 6 to 14 years old children. It's October 20th from 2 to 3:30. If anybody, you have any kids in your home who like to join, contact us to sign up. And here we go, October 26th. We know it's a couple of days, gonna become Halloween. So there's 3 Halloween events over here, 3. And so over here is October 26th, same day. So depends where easier for you. Feel free to join, bring your kids, put on your costume. October 26th, 11 to 1. This one is Cecil Park. And then between 12 to 4 on Saturday, October 26th, 11th Avenue, 66th Street, or October 27th on a Sunday in Owl's Head Park. That's in Bay Ridge. So the flyers over here, feel free to take it, and my office information is on it. If there's anything, any case, any issues, any problems, feel free to contact us. We're here to help. My office speaks 13 different languages, so it doesn't matter what language you speak. I'm pretty sure I cover it all. If it's not, it's my fault. I should be able to cover it. I will find it. So just want to wish everybody, a safe community here. And November 5th, it's election day. This election is important. No matter who you're gonna vote, coming out to vote is the most important thing. This district, this area, it's the lowest turnout in the whole New York State. Let's do something. Let's do something. All right. So thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.
So I'm really happy and excited to see that our new Fort Hamilton Garrison Commander is here. Please come up, introduce yourself, say a few words. Colonel Missy Cantwell.
Can I just use my big phone so do you need this? I'm sorry. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Colonel Misty Cantwell. I'm a 22-year military officer. I've kind of served all over the world. I started up at West Point and have traveled far and wide, but I am so happy to be here at Fort Hamilton, to be a part of Brooklyn and the New York City community. I appreciate really the warm welcome and the support that the community continues to give to the installation. I just wanted to highlight a few things for all of you. First and foremost, thank you especially to our civic leaders for your support at 9/11. We had a really nice memorial up there, but clearly it impacted all of our lives, and it's really important for us to continue to keep those memories alive. So thank you for that. Coming up in coming months, we have a few significant events. We have Retiree Appreciation Day on the 25th of October. That'll be both an educational opportunity to explain benefits as well as a health fair for all those personnel who have served. We have a holiday market open up to the community on the 6th of December. We'll kick that off with our tree lighting ceremony and really just an enjoyable evening with a lot of local vendors. We have 3 theaters now who are performing various shows on the installation. Those shows are open to the public and are available on our And then we will be hosting whiskey and cigar night tomorrow evening at the club. If you're interested, again, open to the public. Just bring your real ID. In 2025, Fort Hamilton will be growing, not necessarily in size, but in population. We'll be welcoming the Marine Recruiting Brigade headquarters to Fort Hamilton. That's about 100 more personnel. I'm pleased to announce that the Army Recruiting Brigade met their numbers this year here in New York City, which is a huge accomplishment. And we continue to process the highest number of personnel into the military service through Fort Hamilton than any other installation in the Department of Defense. So really a lot happens at the installation that I think goes unnoticed. But it is because of you and your support that the recruiters and the MEP station can continue to perform so well. Next summer, the Army will celebrate our 250th birthday. So there'll be a lot of festivities, particularly June and July, to mark that occasion and to continue outreach to the community. And then Fort Hamilton will be celebrating our bicentennial. And that celebration will kick off in the summer, but last all year long. The installation has provided, was critical to the defense of New York City and to America way back in the Revolution. And it continues to play a key role in defense today. We want to be able to highlight that and educate it. And then lastly, if you know of a barber or a dry cleaner who would like to expand their business, we have opportunities on the installation. If you're interested, we brought some of the flyers. It's just a simple contract between the individual and our Army Air Force Exchange personnel, and we can help facilitate that. But we would really appreciate the support. And with that, I'll just open it up to questions with regard to the installation or our museum. Yes,
What is the website?
do you have the website offhand? We have the flyers, so we provided to you. Any other questions? To access the base, you need either a real ID, real as in all capital letters, it's a special one that's marked as such, or two forms of identification. And one of those forms could be your social security card. If you do not have a real ID, you will need to go through the visitor center. They'll just verify you are who you say you are, and then allow you to proceed through.
I know we have some reps here. Would anyone? By the way, also Susie Blair is here from the Fort. Hi, Susie. I know we have some reps here, so come on up.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Wincy. I'm a community advocate in Councilmember Alexa Aviles' office. And we just wanted to bring your attention, since election season is upon us, that we are voting on 6 ballot proposals as well. So when you vote this November or early voting, make sure you flip your ballot. These ballot proposals have the potential to change both our state constitution and our city charter. So we're very optimistic about the first proposal, which is the New York State Equal Rights Amendment, which would strengthen our fundamental rights, enshrine abortion rights, and ban discrimination of all kinds. And it closes the loopholes around anti-discrimination laws. So we're optimistic about that one. For ballots 2 through 6, we have deep concerns, and we just want to encourage folks to do their research. The proposals were a product of Mayor Adams' Charter Revision Commission, which was rushed through a 2-month process. And the proposals may sound innocuous, but they have deep consequences that will affect all New Yorkers. So, for example, the second proposal seeks to increase the powers of DSNY and sanitation, and a lot of 311 complaints that we've been receiving is around just the enforcement of containerization and having to buy these official trash cans. So this would allow more power and less oversight for the mayor's office to be able to do whatever they want. So we're encouraging people to familiarize yourself with the ballot proposals. We have flyers here and one-sheets that you can explore all the ballot measures, and as As said, early voting starts October 26th. Also, office hours are here right outside in the lobby at FIAO every other Thursday. I was just here from 1 to 5, so if you have any issues around SNAP EBT, sanitation, immigration, any of those issues, you can find me here every other Thursday. And we're also going to be tabling at the Post Parade this Saturday, right outside on Benson Avenue from 2 to 4 p.m. So if you want to continue chatting or have any other questions, you can find me there as well. So thank you.
Come on up.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Marco Rico. I'm a representative here on behalf of Congresswoman Nicole Maliotakis. I just have two quick updates. The first is that our office was able to secure funding for the NYPD Argus cameras for the 68th and 62nd precincts. The second update is that there's been a crazy uptick recently in stolen IRS checks or any other type of checks that are mailed into. So if you guys have any issues with that, any stolen checks via mail, please call our office. I'll be in the back if you want to find me for our number, but just in case if you remember it, our number is 718-306-1620. And if you need any other help, please find me in the back and I'll be sure to give you our information. Thank you.
Do I have any other reps? Yes, thank you. Come on up, Paul.
Good evening. My name is Paul with the Brooklyn District Attorney's Office. I'd like to take this time to highlight some of the work of the District Attorney's Office and the NYPD. In 2024, we can report that major crimes are down by 5%. As of September 22nd, 2024, there's a 5.2% reduction in murders. There is an 11.7% decrease in shooting incidents, and there's an 8.4% decrease in shooting victims. And we have our, on October 23rd, we'll be having our Diwali Festival, which is the Festival of Light, and that will be October 23rd from 6 to 8 at New York City Tech, which is 285 J Street. Thank you.
Do I have any other reps here? Anyone else?
Good evening, everyone. Can everyone hear me? Yes. Beautiful. My name is Daniel Garcia McGuire. Evidently, I'm coming down with something. I hope not, but I work for the city's nonpartisan initiative called NYC Votes. So if everyone doesn't know, we're the folks who are responsible for sending you the voter guide. Every registered voter should get a voter guide in the mail. And as was said before, election season is upon us. Huzzah! But as the senator also eloquently pointed out, this is an incredibly low turnout area. And this is heartbreaking. And so we need to change that. So I'm here to help out. My name is Daniel, like I said. I'll leave information for everyone here at the front. But we'll have a day of action in Canarsie, because that's also another low turnout district. That's coming up on November 2nd. That's the last Saturday of early voting. And we have another event that you can find out more about at nycvotes.org called There's Nothing Scarier Than Not Voting. And that's October 26th. So thank you so much. And you can also take the voter pledge. So that's a promise that you will come out to vote. We won't call the police on you if you don't vote, but we do think it's going to increase voter turnout when you take the pledge. So thanks so much, everyone. I'll leave it in front.
Do I have anyone else from the public? Wait, let's.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me? All righty. My name is Tammy John. I'm the branch manager for the new Utrecht Library, located at 1743 86th Street. The BPL system would like everyone to know that in honor of Hispanic Heritage Month, BPL is hosting events across the borough that celebrate Latinx culture and literature. You can visit brooklynlive.org for more information. We also are offering ESOL classes throughout the system. Yet again, you can go to Brooklyn Live, which is BKLYNLIB.org/ESOL if you want more information on ESOL programming. We're also celebrating our Ready Set Kindergarten. It kicks off this month for children ages 3 to 5 and their caregivers at 20 branches across the system and online. On October 19th, in partnership with the American Library Association, Brooklyn Public Library is spearheading a National Day of Action in support of the freedom to read. Book bans and challenges in the U.S. reached an all-time high in 2023 and continue to happen at an alarming rate. And then in news for my location, New Utrecht, we are going to be closed from October 21st to October 26th, and we are scheduled to reopen on Monday, October 28th. Any changes to that information, we will notify the community as soon as possible. Our book drop that's located, that big black thing that's located in front of the library, that's going to be closed during that time. So we encourage you to visit our neighboring locations, Dyker Heights, High Lawn, and Ulmer. And for more information, just visit our website, brooklynlibrary.org, for follow-up. So hope to see you guys next month.
You have perfect time because,
Hi everybody, my name is Justin. I'm from Councilmember David Carr's office. Sorry I'm a little bit late. I just had to run from another meeting I caught in a little bit of traffic. But I say this every month, but it's just here for the people who are new. We run something called the Clean Team. So if you notice that there's an area that has a lot of buildup of trash, we will send out a team to go clean that up. Same goes with overgrowth. If there's a vacant lot or if there is any kind of vacant lot. Oh, very nice. We'll talk to you after. Yes, I'm also here. You can talk to me anytime during the meeting. I'll probably be sat back there somewhere, or you can talk to me after. I'm here for the rest of the meeting. As I was saying though, we run something called the Clean Team. They take care of trash and also overgrowth. So if there's a vacant lot, we'll cut that back. And then it also goes with graffiti. So if you notice that there's an area with a lot of graffiti, we will clean that up too. We're running something called the e-waste program. So DSNY used to have an e-waste pickup program. They don't have it anymore. We will come and pick up if you're a senior, if you're disabled and you can't take, let's say, a TV and bring it over to an e-waste disposal site. We'll do that for you. We can pick that up. You can call us at any time. I'm happy to give you our phone number. Again, I will be back there, and I'm here to take any questions if you guys have any. Oh, it depends. The disposal site is different for each borough, but we will come and pick it up from your house and bring it over there. So, I mean, you don't really have to worry about the disposal site if you can't bring it over. We'll take care of it. Any other questions about anything in general, city-related? Doesn't have to be. Our telephone number? Ours is 718 980 1017. All right, thank you very much. Again, I will be in the back if you have any questions. 1017, yes. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I think that's it for the reps that are here tonight. Yes, Sonia.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sonia. I'm on the community board, but I'm also president of the 62nd Precinct Community Council. And the NYPD is recognizing October Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So if you know someone that is going through breast cancer now, or is a survivor, whether they're male or female, please let us know, because we're going to be having an event at the precinct, more than likely a luncheon with someone from the medical field that will be joining us. So I will have a piece of paper here, whether or not, and also if you want to come to our meetings, we're having a meeting on Tuesday, the 15th, which is coming up now at 7 p.m. It's going to be at the 62nd Precinct Community Council. I'll have these little flyers up with more info. So if you want to join us and speak to an officer, one-on-one, please join us. That's the day when you let them know somebody's parking their motorcycle in front of my house, I can't get to my car, somebody shot a BB gun and they're killing raccoons on the roof, which is happening, by the way. So just come to the meeting or give us your info and we will definitely let you know what's going on. Okay, also, this Saturday, El Centro is having their Columbus Day Parade. It's gonna be all day. It starts at 10:30 at the Mass at St. Athanasius on 61st and Bay Parkway. And then at 1 p.m. it's gonna start going down the avenue, so you can come and stand and cheer. You don't have to be Italian to be there. Also, and then from 1:30 to 3, there'll be a reviewing stand here for you to see the people as they pass, all the acts. And then over here on this side, there's going to be a community festival. So we'll be having magic and balloons and a whole bunch of stuff going on for the families. Also, I'm going to reiterate again, if you don't vote, don't complain. Go register. You could still get your ballot. I just registered my 96-year-old mother because she can't walk, but she says, I need to vote. And I actually sent for a ballot for her. Okay, and also you get free COVID tests. It's on this sheet. If you came in late, please come up and sign up at the end. And all the flyers are here for your use. That's it.
Okay, I'm going to hand it to Marnie now because now we have to, well, I think, no, we'll go back to that, but I just want to do this first because of the time and what we have going on. We have to do a roll call.
If I mispronounce anyone's names, please don't be insulted and just correct me. Ross Brady, Angelo Bruno, Aria Carluccio, Wei Chen, Millie Choi, Angelo Kakuza, Sal D'Alessio, Chung Dick, Alan Estes, Leon Frew, Mel Garofalo, Jeffrey Harris, Larry He, Hei Wen Wang, Yin Ko, Charles Lee, Donna Lau, Chipor Lee, Joseph LaMonaco, Gabriela Lopez, Al Malone, Georgette Neglia, Mohammed Nobi, Wei Kwang Ruan, Sari Seton, Andrew Scaglione, Barbara Shama, Quentin Tran, Ahmed Uzir, Sonia Valentin, Catherine Vera, Raymond Wang, Robert Whitaker, Lori Windsor, Cheng Hui Yi, Steve Young, Yihi Zhao, Daniel Zurich.
Okay, still don't have a quorum, so we're going to move on. I want to continue the public portion. Is there anyone here from the public who would like to make a comment or ask a question? Anyone from the public? Going once? Anybody from the public? Okay, come on.
Hello, my name is John Castaldo. I'm here basically for our block, which is Bay 46th Street. And what's happening on there is, first of all, we're handing out a little thing. We have an empty lot that's been there for about 15 years now, and no one has done anything about it. That's why I wanted to talk to the other gentleman before. But what's happening is that...
I have to tell you something though before you go on.
Uh-huh.
This is not the place to
This is, how could it not be? We would,
Get a 26-family.
oh, jeez.
Well, we're happy to have you. Yeah, you can still come. And
Where is my district? And where do they sit? Because I never hear anything.
But I can forward this if you think.
I would love it.
Absolutely.
Oh, he was from,
Anyone else from the public who would like to make a comment or has a question? Anybody from the public? Going once? Going twice? Okay, public portion is now officially closed, not that we're doing official. Okay, we do have a presentation from DSNY. Antonio Whittaker is here, who's going to give us an update on the new containerization.
Good evening, everyone. Can everyone hear me? Yes. Great, great. So I'm Antonio Whittaker. I'm with the Department of Sanitation's Community Affairs Unit. I'm the Assistant Director of the unit. Pleasure to be with you all this evening. So I have two brief announcements for the board. The first is that cleanliness violations for commercial properties has increased. So if anyone here knows of a commercial property within Board 11 that's been a bad actor, that is a business or a restaurant that has set out their garbage too early, that is not containerizing their trash, that is leaving their property unkempt and unclean, the fines for those cleanliness violations have increased. So the first violation remains the same at $50, but the second violation has increased from $100 to $300, and the third violation has increased from $300 to $500. And every subsequent violation within a calendar year that a business receives after the third violation will continue to be $500 until the end of the calendar year. So again, if anyone here knows of a business within the board's district that is a bad actor, please file a 311 request or follow up with Marnie and the community board, and make sure you get that information either to the board or to your local elected official. They can send it to my office. We will follow up and make sure that enforcement goes out and conducts an enforcement action. The second thing that I have for you this evening is probably something that you've all probably received a mailer about with regards to the new containerization mandate that is coming up. So basically what that means is that come November 12th of next month, all residents of single-family homes, two-family homes, and buildings with 9 or less units will be required to containerize your trash. That means the department will no longer pick up black bags off the curb in front of your properties. Your garbage needs to be in a container with a secure lid. You can use any container that you're currently using now, just as long as it is no bigger than 55 gallons, and it has a lid that can be securely fit on top of the container. Now, I know there's been some confusion around the new official NYC bins. So, let me take a moment or two to try to clear that up. If you have purchased your bins already, that is great. If you've received them, please begin to use them. But you do not have to use those bins right now. The city is requiring all residents to start using those bins in June of 2026. So we understand it's going to take some time for folks to get used to new containerization mandate. If you've been putting out your garbage in black bags for 30 plus years, and all of a sudden we're telling you it now has to be in a container, we understand there's some growing pains. It's going to take some time to get used to, which is why the city is telling folks that you don't actually have to start using the official black trash bins until June of 2026. If you've purchased your bins already, if you purchased them before October 1st, you are guaranteed delivery by November 12th in order to be compliant with the new mandate. If you've purchased them after October 1st, it'll be a couple weeks, but you should get your bins sometime in December or early January of next year. From November 12th until January 1st of 2025, if you're still putting out black bags of garbage on your collection days, and a sanitation enforcement officer happens to drive by your house and during routing hour and sees that there are black bags in front of your properties, you will get a warning. That is our warning period. So warnings look like summonses, but they say warning on the top. So it looks like a regular summons that you may have received in the back, but it says warning on the top. You don't actually have to do anything. That's just the department alerting you, saying, hey, we noticed this at this particular location. We want to just put you, we want to make sure that you understand that your garbage needs to be containerized moving forward. Please don't do that again. The warning period ends on January 1st. January 2nd of next year, that's when summonsing will start if you're not containerizing your trash, all right? For folks who still need to purchase the black bins, or if, in a couple of months or even a year from now or so, when you decide to purchase your bins, you can purchase them from our vendor's website, www.bin, that's BINS, .nyc. We sell 2 sizes of the black trash bins. The largest is 45 gallons. The smallest is 35 gallons. The 45-gallon bin with tax is about $54, and the 35-gallon with tax is about $48 and change, $49. So still relatively cheap, significantly cheaper actually than comparable size bins that you would get at Lowe's or Home Depot, all right? So I am available to answer any questions, concerns, kind of clear up any confusion that folks may have about the program. Yes, sir.
What's the requirement for recyclables? Do they have to be in those bins?
So recyclables, you do not have to containerize your recyclables. We do offer on the vendor website that sells the bins, we do offer blue and green recyclable bins, but the city is not requiring you to purchase those. You only have to purchase the black bins. Yeah, so you can still put out your recyclables in clear plastic bags, or if if you have a lot of paper, a lot of cardboard, you can tie that up with twine and put that on the curb for us, and your recyclable day will pick that up. Yes, sir. I'm sorry, say again? Do you have to go? So the vendor, they deliver it, they come by on a truck, and they place your cans on your curb in front of your house. That's normally how they deliver it. So, I'm sorry. No, so you would have to, as the purchaser, my suggestion is once you get your bins, to write your home number on your bin, preferably in some type of bright paint, like a bright white paint, that contrasts with the black background. Hopefully that'll deter people from wanting to steal your bins. And make sure that you secure your bins, even the bins that you're currently using now, make sure that you secure them. If you have a backyard, when you're not putting them out on the curb for us to service, keep them in your backyard or secure them onto your property if you have a fence, because apparently bin theft is a big problem in the city of New York. For folks that received a brown compost bin, and I hope that you all compost, but if you receive a brown compost bin, we've gotten a lot of complaints about folks wanting to steal those, and that's extremely unfortunate because they're actually good bins. But if you need a brown bin, unfortunately the city is no longer giving out free ones, but you can purchase one through the vendor. Yes, sir.
Yeah. When the new bin is used in June of 26, will it be emptied into the truck in a different fashion, or will it still be
Okay, that's a good question. So the new bins have a metal bar in the front because our trucks eventually are going to be retrofitted with a mechanical arm called the tipper. Yeah, so basically, nothing really will change on collection day for you in 2 years. You'll still have a garbage truck that'll come down your block with 2 sanitation workers on it. What they'll do is they'll physically move your bin to the truck, affix it to the mechanical arm. The mechanical arm tips your bin into the truck, places it back. The sanitation workers will put your bin back on your property where they took it off your curb, and then move on to the next house. Yes, sir.
I am confused about the food waste, the food scrap. Is that now a law that we must use food, separate the food from our...
So the only 2 things that need to be containerized are putrescible waste, that's basically garbage that we have to take to a garbage dump, and food waste, right? If you compost, your compost does need to be containerized. Like, you can't have that in a black bag on the street, obviously, because that's food, that's fuel for rats. No one wants that, right? So that's one of the reasons why the city is now requiring everyone to containerize their trash. So if you compost, you could also, if you have a brown compost bin, you could put your old food scraps in it. You could put yard waste in it if you have leaves or grass trimmings. All that is organic. All that breaks down the same way. For your brown bin or whatever bin you use to compost, you don't technically have to line it, but we suggest that you line it with a bag. You can use any color bag you want, black or clear. My suggestion is to just go with clear, because think about it like this: black bags for garbage, clear bags for everything else. It just makes everything easy. And then we'll pick that up on your recycling day, as we've been doing now for a while now, for a little over a year now.
Can I
Yeah.
piggyback on that question?
Sure.
On the composting, so we're gonna be composting soon. What's the purpose of the bins with lids? Because the rats want no food to go with those bins, so I'm not understanding the logic. Like, if we're composting in that round bin,
Right.
right? And now the regular bins shouldn't have any food in there.
Are you talking about your black garbage bin, like whatever, your black
regular
garbage bin?
pail should not have any food in it now, if we're gonna be composting. So what's the purpose of having the lid to the rat? What? Not everything is compostable. Not everything is.
Well, right. So what you should use, right? So what you should be using your compost bin for, or again, whatever bin you use for compost. You don't necessarily have to use the brown bin for that, but you can if you have one, and I hope you do. You use that for food waste and for your yard waste and your grass trimmings and such, right? Because all of that goes to our Staten Island facility to be made into compost, right? Because all that is organic and it breaks down. The reason why we're pushing for compost now, and just, by the way, citywide curbside composting just went online this past Monday, so the Bronx, Manhattan, and Staten Island now get their compost picked up weekly, just like Queens and Brooklyn does now, so the whole city does it now. Almost half of New York City's trash is food. So, and all that goes to a landfill. We want to stop that, so why not take that organic material, break it down, make it compost. We give it away for free to New Yorkers. We sell our access to private companies, make a little bit of money on the side. It's a win-win for everybody. So, like soiled paper, like if you had a party or something, so soiled paper, and basically what that is like if you have napkins or paper plates with a lot of food particles or grease on it, you can compost that. Pizza boxes, you can compost pizza boxes if they're soiled, right? You can put them in your compost, and that can be broken down as compost. Hmm? Yes, sir. Yeah, the waxy plastic one. Yeah, no, you'd have to throw that out, right? No, no. Yeah, just the paper plates, you know, like the paper ones? Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yes, ma'am.
This goes back to bins, and this is just out of curiosity. So the bin program is for, what, 9 or less, homes with 9 or less apartments.
Right, so, yeah, buildings with 9 or less units and single-window family
What is
homes.
the city doing about apartment buildings,
Uh-huh.
12-unit buildings, schools, where there are up to, if you look in an apartment building, 40 and 50 black beds on the sidewalk every time.
Mm-hmm.
That's where your rights are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have a school on our block. They've got 30 black bags out there for sometimes a week when sanitation doesn't pick them up. You can't get out of your cars. We've got rats on the block. The school does nothing to clean it up. What is the city doing about that?
Okay, so let me answer. So you have multiple questions. So let me start with the first one, right? So for large buildings, for buildings with 10 or more units, currently the city is running a pilot for buildings of that size in Harlem. We've been doing it since last October, so it's been ongoing now for just over a year. Between I think 142nd and 158th Street between Amsterdam and Columbus. And basically what we're doing is we're looking at best practices, like what works best for those large buildings, so we can eventually figure out a program that would work citywide for buildings of that size. So we are working on that. We still have some more data that we want to look at before we come out with a proposal, but that is in the works. Schools and other city agencies have been instructed that they also need to follow this mandate. We are working on a policy for city agencies and one specifically for schools.
So they need to have large bins.
Eventually, yeah, so they'll need to buy large bins. So we're working with DCAS to come up with a procurement strategy for the DOE to be able to purchase large bins for their schools, different sizes, different shapes to deal with the different sizes of schools. That's coming down the pike. So eventually you're going to start seeing less and less black bags and eventually no black bags on the street for schools.
That's not a DOE school, they're charter schools.
Well, charter schools are, they're technically DOE schools. I mean, they're schools that are run by a nonprofit or private entity, but they're still affiliated with the Department of Education, yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I spoke to some seniors today here, and their concern is that $54 is very expensive for them. They're on a very limited budget, and it's either food or a garbage can. So how are you going to be helping the seniors?
So
Is there a program?
yeah. So this is something that the department has, we've gotten a lot of feedback and a lot of comments on this. Currently, there isn't an incentive program or a discount program for anyone that includes seniors. The department did put out an RFP and worked with multiple vendors to try to keep the price of these bins as low as possible. And the vendor that won, obviously, make sure that those bins are no more than $55, at least the largest size. There is talk amongst the city council to maybe create some type of program. I do not have any information on that though, because those talks are early and ongoing. Perhaps in a couple of years that could change, but for right now, unfortunately, there isn't a discount for the
Okay,
bins.
and then also, a neighbor of mine bought a bin, a $54 bin, and they stole it. So how is he gonna get some kind of compensation or something? Can't afford to go out and buy another one. I'm gonna chain mine up.
Yeah, so we suggest that you make sure that you secure your bins, whatever bins you're using, whether you're using your own bins or you're going to be using the New York City bin if you have it. Please write your address on your bins. Please secure your bins on your property because bin theft is rampant in the city. Unfortunately, if the bin that was stolen, was this an official New York City bin or was it? So one of the new ones?
Yeah.
So The bins come with a 10-year warranty from the vendor, but unfortunately the warranty doesn't cover theft. So the department's suggestion, and no one wants to hear this, and no one wants to put any more of a burden on the police, but I'm gonna say it. The department suggests that if your bin gets stolen, to file a police report. Again, I feel some type of way even having that come out of my mouth hole, but that is what the department suggests. I don't want to, none of us want to put any additional burden on the police, because at the end of the day, is a police officer going to look for your bin or stop Grand Theft Auto, right? They're going to do the other thing, right? I mean, let's just be honest. So that kind of is, that's what the department is suggesting, but again, you know, it's something that we're working on. It's very hard to tackle because we can only enforce what we see in real time. So if we see somebody physically pick up a bin and run, that we can deal with, but that's not the case, right? That's not being realistic. So, yeah. Yes, sir.
Those covers are fixed to the bit.
Yes, the covers, yes.
It's possible if the sanitation worker breaks the cover, we'll have to replace it.
Okay, so if you have a New York City bin, or when you get yours, if you believe a DSNY employee broke your bin, here's what you need to do. File a complaint with the comptroller's office. When you do that, the comptroller will launch an investigation, right, into your claim. During the investigation, all summonses for your property will be halted, right? So if you're putting out black bags because you don't have a bin that was broken, during the course of the investigation, the department won't summons you. If after the investigation, the department is liable, if department employee did break your bin, then the department will purchase a new one for you at our expense. Sure. Yes, sir. You look very eager to ask something.
With the new bin, I know has a lid to prevent the rats, right? My question is, sometimes the bin is too full. You cannot close completely. With this kind of situation, we're getting some in the future.
So here's two things that you could do for that. Firstly, if you have a lot of garbage, push that garbage down as far as you can to make sure that that lid stays closed. The lid actually on the new bins has a latch in the front. So you can pull it down and then clamp the latch, right? Or if you know you need additional bins, just purchase more bins for the garbage for your house. Yeah. So again, you just have to get creative. So you really push that garbage down, make sure that that latch stays closed. All right? Yes, sir.
Starting next month, my high school put black bags inside the garbage.
Yes, absolutely. So our suggestion is to line your bin with a black bag if you're not doing that already. You don't have to, but you should, because it's just cleaner. It prevents smells. It prevents spillage. But come November 12th, your putrescible waste and your food waste needs to be containerized. Your leaves can be discarded in 3 ways. You can put your leaves and yard waste in your compost bin. You could set it out in a clear plastic bag or one of the recyclable paper bags that you get from like Home Depot or something. Yeah.
No black bags.
But no black bags, no. Yes, sir.
I have a question on the street cleaning. Right? The sweeper passes through. He never throws water down, never does anything. So we have like Sahara Desert around us. And isn't that supposed to be watered as they pass with the sweeper?
Yes, there's like a stream of water that's supposed to come out. Yeah. I mean, it could be a couple of reasons why. Maybe it wasn't filled up properly at the garage. Yeah, I mean, it could be a whole thing. Yeah.
I could race over my Corvette, and he probably beat me to the corner. It is that way. I see it all the time.
Okay, no problem. So if anyone has any specific sanitation-related questions they want to ask me, I'll just hang out outside right here so you could come and see me. So come and see me outside, yes. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Okay, we do have another presentation, and this is by the New York City Civic Engagement Commission. May I introduce Anila Corbo, the Director of Voter Language Services.
Good evening, everyone. So my name is Anita, and I work at the Civic Engagement Commission, which is a commission charged by New Yorkers like you. It was actually created in 2018 by ballot. I am trying to. Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, so I'll keep it like this. So my name is Anita. Good evening, everyone. I'm from New York City Civic Engagement Commission. I'm also a resident here in Bensonhurst. Nice meeting you all tonight. So I'm here to talk about a few key programs that we run at the Civic Engagement Commission. So we're a small team of 25, and we are charged by you, New Yorkers. We were actually created by ballot measure in 2018 to strengthen democracy, restore civic trust, and strengthen democracy. So we have four focus areas. We have a participatory budgeting process called the People's Money. We have a voter language assistance program. We support community boards with capacity building workshops, and we also work towards community partnerships and education, and run a task force for racial equity and inclusion. This is a picture of our team. We're a small team of about 25. One of our key programs is the People's Money. I don't know if you ever heard about it, but this is the citywide participatory budgeting process through which a portion of the city budget every year goes towards community project, expense project that New Yorkers themselves vote for, ask for. So we have completed the first year of the People's Money project. It's a completely people's-led process, from idea generation about projects you want to see funded in the community, to ballot development, to voting, which is citywide and is open to any residents 11 and older in New York City, to, and the final stage is basically working with community organizations to implement these projects that New Yorkers vote for. So in the first year, we completed 46 projects that were funded for a total of $5 million in mayoral funds. We're now in the process of implementing 5 projects in Brooklyn. As you can see here, they're projects about life prep for high schoolers, positive money habits for people, errands for older adults and people with disabilities, language and job recertification for immigrants, as well as home repair liaisons for older adults. Each of those projects get $200,000 each. Now we're launching the 3rd year of the People's Money, and we're launching the idea generation phase. So from October 11th through November 22nd, community partners in the CC will have idea generation sessions where you can go, anyone in the community can go, can show up and propose project ideas that you want to see funded in the community. The dates will, the dates and location can be found on participate.nyc.gov. Related to this program and the idea generation phase, we have a funding opportunity for community organizations. So if there are organizations interested in conducting an idea generation session, they can get a $1,000 grant. Next is our second biggest program, which is called the Voter Language Assistance Program. This is a charter-mandated program. It was voted as part of the same ballot measures that brought the CEC into existence. And it makes voting accessible to voters with limited English proficiency. It covers languages that are in local law 30 plus Yiddish and Italian. It does not duplicate Board of Election interpretation services, but augments them. And all of the services are based on a publicly vetted methodology. And you can see all of the languages. And that picture over there is actually from St. Dominic's Church. And this is a breakdown of the languages by borough. As you can see, Brooklyn gets the most services, the most language services. Again, Brooklyn has the lion's share of our services. You can see there's a ton of community boards and districts that get the services, especially Bensonhurst and Southern Brighton Beach Borough Park. So we'll have a breakdown next of the poll sites where our teams will be providing services on election day this November. So you can see we'll be at the Muslim American Society Youth Center, at PS 227, at PS 128, at PS 682, PS 177, and PS 226. And there's different language combinations for each of these poll sites. So our teams will be there. Again, they have the orange table covers that you saw in the previous picture, and anyone can ask for assistance, even if they speak English perfectly, right? Maybe they're not uncomfortable, the interpreters will help them complete the ballot and navigate the poll site. On the last 2 days of the early voting period, here in District 11, our teams will provide services at St. Dominic's Church in Italian and Russian. And, excuse me? It's the Bay Ridge Parkway entrance, so, because it's at the corner of... You're right, so my team made a mistake. I live right by St. Dominic's. Yes, so if you see in the map is the correct address, just when the team put the address, it's the wrong address. So I'm right around the corner from St. Dominic's. We have a process in place. We're not making mistakes. We just apologize for the wrong address there, but you can see the map there. It's the correct address. Again, our services, the information is can be found on participate.nyc.gov. I brought along some pop cards and posters, so if you want to bring them along and share with a friend or a neighbor, that's fine. You'll also see maybe our ads on Link NYC kiosks. And whenever we have funding, we try to place ads with ethnic media. And this was all we had to say about the voter language assistance program. It's important that we vote, again. We also work with community boards. We conduct workshops throughout the year. We're going to have, so we work with a number of partners to conduct these trainings throughout the year. Last year we had 38 trainings. We worked with the Department of Buildings, Department of Housing Preservation and Development, the Commission on Human Rights. So we do provide capacity building workshops and training for community boards throughout New York City. And if you're interested in attending upcoming community boards, we'll soon have one on parliamentary procedures and community boards. Arts in NYC, the dates are to be announced, de-escalation in the workplace, and program monitoring and evaluation. Thank you all. Appreciate your time and attention. Sure. So I mentioned at the beginning that we supplement Board of Elections services, right? Board of Elections provides Chinese in Brooklyn, the Kings County, and Queens County and Manhattan, because these three counties, they meet the Voting Rights Act threshold for the Board of Election to provide services. So we end up servicing Chinese speakers in Staten Island and the Bronx. If it makes it into the polls, at least because we don't have a huge budget, the lion's share of our services goes to the Russian speakers. So about 39% of our services go to Russian speakers. And as we know, it's Southern Brooklyn that has the majority of Russian speakers. Then we have Haitian and Italian neck to neck with about, no, I'm talking about the program, the percent share of the populations and the counties covered by the VLA program. So we don't provide Spanish either. I'm sorry. Yeah, it is. So we don't provide Spanish either because the Board of Election covers that throughout New York City at every poll site. At every county, in all 5 counties. And the languages we have are based on the local authority, which is a law that mandates New York City agencies to provide services in the top spoken languages in New York City. And we're not a direct services provider, but these programs, including the VLA program, were approved by New Yorkers themselves, right? If you have any questions, I'll leave some of my cards. Please reach out. We also do hire people from the community to serve as interpreters. So I know, for example, the Board of Election coordinator at the St. Dominic's Church, he's brought to me a few people who speak Italian. So keep an eye out, check out our websites. We do hire community members who are bilinguals to provide these services. We do not hire, generally, we do not hire professional interpreters. We do train them, obviously, but we try to build this connection with the community by hiring from the community. Yes?
Yeah, just curious.
Mm-hmm.
I know I can look it up, but I'm just wondering what is CEC's annual operation budget?
Ooh, I don't know. I do not know that, but I can tell you that it's a small budget compared to the other big city agencies. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I only take care of the VLA program budget, the Voter Language Assistance Program budget. Any questions? No? No. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you for coming. So I'll be really, really quick because I'm not going to give my whole report. But I did want to say that the borough president has notified the office that they have reappointed Alan Esses to the board. So welcome back, Alan. Yay. Moving on, Marnie, did you? Okay, so I want to thank the members who have come out tonight. I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming. Thank you. I'm sorry that we couldn't do official business due to not all of our members coming and having a quorum. But I thank the members that are here, and I appreciate your dedication to this board. So everyone have a wonderful evening. Well, yeah, the other thing is that there's hardly anybody here from there, too. But we're going to end up having to have an executive board meeting next week because we have the capital expenses that we have to approve. So we're going to have an executive board meeting on that sometime next week. Plus, we have 3 apps for dining out. So the executive board is going to have to meet to discuss this, so to take care of this business, because there's not enough time to wait till next month. But everyone have a pleasant evening, have a great night, and see you next month.
Go out and vote.